Example 2 is very similar to example 1. Okay, it says make a conjecture about each value or geometric relationship. List or draw some examples that support your conjecture. Letter A says the sum of two odd numbers. So this time I have to actually come up with my own examples in order to come up with my conjecture or concluding statement. So I'm going to pick 3 examples to help me come up with my conjecture. If I'm taking the sum of two odd numbers, we're going to add any two odd numbers that we would like. So I'm just going to pick some easy ones. We'll take 1 plus 3, and that will give me a value of 4. We'll do a couple more here. 3 plus 5, that's going to get me a value of 8. And then 5 plus 7, okay, that will get me a value of 12. Okay, there are just a few examples. I could list more if I would like. I'm just going to stick to 3. And then I want to write my conjecture based off the values when I add them together. So if I look at 4, 8, and 12, when I add those two odd numbers together, it looks like I will get an even number. So that will be my conjecture. The sum of two odd numbers is even. And that's all you have to do for that one. I'll do one more with you. We're going to look at 2c this time. The sum of the squares of two consecutive natural numbers. Well, we have to understand what natural numbers are. Those are numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it keeps going in that direction. So it's just your basic counting numbers that we're dealing with. The sum of the squares of consecutive, that's talking about squaring two values. And consecutive meaning being right next to each other. So a quick example to understand that would be something like 1 squared plus 2 squared. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to follow a common theme that is going on between these. So if I add those together, I would get a value of 5. I'm going to continue doing some easy ones. We'll go 2 squared plus 3 squared. When I add those together, you're going to get a value of 13. Then we'll do one more. I'll jump a number. Let's go 5 squared plus 6 squared. And when I add those together, that will give me a value of 61. Look at our end results again. When I add the sum of squares of consecutive natural numbers, looks like my number is going to be odd. So my conjecture this time, all the outcomes will be odd. And there's your conjecture for that one.